day, welcome to United Trends TV. Of course, someone messaged me and told me, how do you rate Onana? People have been hyping him, he's good, he's that. How do you see Onana? And this is the question I'm here to answer with analysis, full of analysis. You will like this video, give me some of your time, drop like, share, comment, help the community to grow. Without further ado, let's analyze. Going to this footage, you see the year and you see Varane. Varane is just in front of the hair, and this Real Betis player is trying to mount pressure on the hair. And this is what the hair did. The hair played the ball off the pitch. The question is why? You have Varane at your front and you have Lindelof at your right hand side. Why don't make the pass to them? Why? Assuming you gave this pass to Varane, Varane can make an easy first touch and turn and give it to Casemiro. You can see he can easily pass it to Casemiro. From there, we can build up the play. But you can see this arrow pointing at the ball. He decided to shoot the ball wide, therefore giving it to a player warming up at the touchline. The question is why? Why did De Gea make this type of pass? You have two possible pass options here. Lindelof at your right hand side and Varane standing just in front of you. Whenever you mount pressure on the hair, he can do anything. He can just play anything that will annoy you. He is not pressure resistant. Yes. Whenever you press the hair, if you want to make, that's why we lost against Newcastle. 2-0. Newcastle mounted pressure on the hair, and that's what's happened. You can see. Why did you make this pass? Why did you make this pass off the pitch, giving it to a player standing at the bench? I don't know. If you know, you can let me know. But for me, I don't know why he made this pass. Let's head to the next footage. Of course, this is another mistake from the hair. This one will make you mad. It will make you so annoyed. Let's analyze. Now, you can see that same player mounting pressure on the hair. The most annoying part of this thing is that the hair have three possible pass options. Either you go to Varane, or you go to Wan-Bissaka, or you go to Casemiro. For me, I will choose Casemiro. Make use of this narrow corridor. We are still going to look at Onana's analysis, and you will see what I mean. You see why we need Onana. Making use of this narrow corridor, he can make a pass to Casemiro, who will drop it to Lindelof, and we can make use of the left side of the pitch. We can make use of Luke Shaw and Rashford and progress the ball. But this is what he did. Immediately he tried to shoot. Varane is dropping back to give him space to pass the ball to him so that he can reduce the pressure from the opponents. But he refused. Why? Assuming he should have given this ball to Casemiro, but he missed that because these players have covered the space one kind. He didn't give it to Lindelof because the guy mounting pressure on him is blocking the channel which the ball will pass to before it gets to Lindelof. That's why Lindelof, you can see a bad sign a cancellation sign at Lindelof. He cannot give it to Lindelof. He has three and he refused, trying to make another weird pass. Immediately he tried to do this, Varane is dropping back for him. Hello, De Gea, give me the ball, give me the ball. I'm dropping back for you. But he refused and he made the pass, gifting it to the opponents. The question is why? Why this pass? Why? That's the question. I don't know. We need a new goalkeeper. If this team have to move forward, we need a new goalkeeper. After looking at the hair's mistake, we are here to check how it can be corrected by signing Onana. Let's analyze. In this footage, you can see Onana is with the ball, and this player is trying to drift to the left-hand side of Onana, trying to make space so that Onana can pass him the ball. One thing I like about Inter Milan players is that they create passing options for Onana. They create a lot of passing options to create overload and outnumber the opponent attackers. Now you can see he's pointing at his right hand side, which is the left hand side of Onana. Give me the ball, Onana. Onana was like, calm down. I want to invite this player forward. Onana, whenever he's with the ball, he would like to invite the opponent forward by holding the ball. Then when you come trying to mount pressure on him, he will do one or two things and overcome and make you a mess. And this is what he did here. Instead of giving the ball to this guy that is drifting to that space, he waited till the opponent player tries to mount pressure on him. He now finds this narrow corridor. His ability to look for a narrow corridor is what I like. De Gea lacks this ability. He will look for a narrow corridor, exploit it, and make a perfect pass, just as we are going to see here. With this pass, you can see the new picture here. How many players do you see question mark at their head? 4, which means these 4 players are off the sequence. And you can see this whole space. He can make a run, meet up with this pass, and attack continues. Who caused this? Of course, Onana. This is why we need Onana. Making passes that can help this team progress. With just one pass from Onana and the second pass from this guy trying to give it to this left back that can cover up this space, we now have 4 players of the sequence with question marks at their head. You can see. We can make a lot of progress signing Onana. This is one of the advantages of signing Onana. Let's head into the next footage for more analysis. In this next footage, you are going to see Onana stepping forward, making it a back of 3. One of the advantages of having a modern goalkeeper. With the center backs, he can make it a back of 3, thereby giving the left backs and the right back, chances to go wider. You can see how wide they are. Giving them chances to go wider to create more passing options. And you can see these opponents, I don't know the club, invited 2 players forward with these 2 players with 2 circles on them. This is my marking. Of course, the opponents are my marking Inter Milan players. What did Onana do here? Onana spotted this. What ability did Onana showcase here? High vision. Ability of looking for players, giving them a perfect narrow pass through a narrow corridor, which we are going to see here. Of course, you can see he waited. He wants your pressure. Oga, can't give me pressure. Give me pressure. My dribble you. He wants your pressure. And he waited with the ball until this player moves forward, trying to mount pressure on him. Of course, you can see 3 Inter Milan players are marked by the opponent players. So he lacks passing option. The only person you have to pass it to by making a short loop pass is this other man at the right hand side. But the opponent's player is keeping an eye. He's watching that man. He's watching him. In case if any pass comes there, he can intercept it. Of course, at Onana right hand side, you can see a defender standing there. But Onana cannot give him the pass because the player mounting pressure on Onana can easily intercept that pass and cause confusion to Inter Milan. So what did Onana do here? High vision. Higher up the pitch, he sights a player. Make a narrow pass, a very, very narrow pass to the player. You can see the ball. The pass gets to the player perfectly. You can see how narrow this pass is. You can say that he cannot make this pass in Premier League, that it will be too dangerous for him. But Onana is a goat whenever it comes to making narrow pass. And this is what we lack from the here. You can see how narrow this pass is through this narrow corridor. Sight this player. Of course, the player has the world at his hand. He has 4 possible pass options. Imagine if this player is Bruno Fernandes, for example. This might lead to a goal. If this player with this concentration is Bruno Fernandes, he can drop it to the player with number 1 at his head. Of course, this is not their shirt number, it's just an indication. He can drop it with the player at number 1 at his head. You can see this whole space. This player with number 1 at his head just needs to make a small run to cover the space and exploit and then create overloads and confusion to the opponent. He can drop it to the player with number 2 or the player with number 3. Or he can make a no-look pass, just as we know Bruno, his ability to do it. He can make a no-look pass to Rashford. Of course, the player with number 4 on his head is just for indication, not the shirt number though. The player with number 4 at his head is Rashford or Garnacho, depending on who is playing at that particular left wing. He can make a no-look pass to him. You know the qualities of Bruno Fernandes. this will cause a goal to us. It will make us score. This type of situation. Who made this to happen? Onana. Which ability? Making use of narrow corridors. Okay, now let's analyze the players that are off the sequence just with Onana's pass. You can see 1, 2, 3, 7 players are off the sequence. If this man with the ball intends giving it to Inter Milan right back, you can see the number of players that is off the sequence. 7. With this, we can score a goal if this happens to be Manchester United. Who made this happen? Onana. Let's head into the next footage. You will really like Onana after this video. Let's head to the next footage. In this sequence, let's head to the analysis pictures. In this sequence, you can see Onana. This is the quality of high distribution, perfect distribution. You can see Onana with the ball. He has he has 4 possible options. He can pass it to the number 1 player, number 3rd player, number 2nd player, and number 4th player. He can pass it to 4 of them. He cannot give it to number 5 because, of course, number 5 have 3 men surrounding him. So that's why it is circled. He cannot give it to him. If he ends up giving it to number 3 can make a through ball to number 4, which will cause problem to the opponents. But he refused. He has more better option. And look at this. He made a very long pass. Which quality is this? A very, very good distribution. He can distribute well. He made a very long pass to this player with number 5 at his head, not his shirt number. Take note. To this very player with number 5 number. And the player now have a chance to make a pass to number 6. Number 6 will eventually end up making a pass to the player with number 7. A very perfect, well-timed through ball, which will make them score. Who made this happen? Onana. Which ability? High distribution, a very perfect ball distribution. We need to sign Onana. Let's head to the next footage. This is against Manchester City in the Champions League final. Let's head to it. Of course, Onana's ability to make use of narrow corridors is what we really need. If we sign Onana, we can end up scoring a goal with only 3 players involved. Who are the 3 players? Onana giving a pass to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes giving the pass to Rashford. Finished. Just as this sequence. If this happens to be Bruno Fernandes and the player as that left wing happens to be Rashford, this is a goal. Don't tell me anything. Let's analyze against Manchester City. You can see Onana making another narrow pass to the player with number 5 at his head. A very well-timed, perfect narrow pass. And this player with number 5, imagine if this happens to be Bruno. He can give it to Luke Shaw with number 4 at his head. Or he can give it to this player with number 6. Look at a lot of space to exploit. Who made this pass happen? Onana. And how many Manchester City players are off this sequence? You can see Grealish with the number 1 at his head. You can see Erling Haaland with the number 2 at his head. You can see 5 Manchester City players are off the sequence with only 1 pass. Who made the pass? Onana. We need to sign Onana. That's the aim of this video. Sign Onana. Onana is 50 to 60 million. We should sign Onana. We should sign Onana. And the help can move to as a second choice goalkeeper. Of course, don't sell him. Don't make him feel bad. Keep him as the second choice. Of course, what is the disadvantages of signing Onana? I think it is 2. I don't think he's good in saving penalty, number 1. I don't think so. I'm not sure. I will still make a full analysis on that. But this type of thing that you see Onana coming off from the post, going to the middle third, looking for how to cause confusion is a great disadvantage. You can see him with Haaland, looking for what I don't know. If Manchester City wins this ball at this position, with the quality of Manchester City, you expect them to score. With the quality of Liverpool, with the quality of Newcastle, Arsenal, you expect them to score if they gain the ball at this moment. Because Onana cannot return quickly to the post. So this is one of the disadvantages. He's the type of Manuel Neuer player who comes at the middle third. He does a lot of things at the middle instead of minding his business at the post. So this is one of the disadvantages I think we will face signing Onana. And of course, if he comes to Manchester United, I know Eric Ten Hag will coach him to stop doing this. I mean, this is Serie A, not Premier League. Premier League is well established than Serie A. A lot of experienced players are in the Premier League. So you don't expect him to be doing this thing in the Premier League. Well, this is the full analysis video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, do drop a like, share, comment. Just help the community to grow. Support the community by liking, commenting, sharing. It helps us a lot. I really enjoyed doing this video with you. And for you that watched up to this moment, I love what you did. More analysis videos will be coming up. Do subscribe. Do support the community.
Nah, yo.
Choi.